Qualifiers. My name is Dory, and this weekend we're going racing. So we'll be going to the Pacific Coast Mini Racing Club Championship rounds 5 and 6, racing 3 of the bikes that you can see here. The green one on the far end is my friend Morgan's. He's not racing with us this weekend, but we'll be racing my Ninja 250, the white one you see here, the Sur-Ron with the orange front end, the KTM front end, and the CRF 125. The Ninja 250 will be racing in 2 classes, Production 250 and Formula 16 Unlimited, which is kind of just an open class for bikes that fit any of the other classes for expert riders age 16 and up. We're racing the Sur-Ron in just a bracket class. It's a 1 minute and 8 second bracket, 1 minute and 8 second lap time. So if you run any faster than that, you get disqualified from the race. But if we do go faster than that, then we'll be down into the 1 minute and 4 second bracket. So it doesn't really fit into any kind of class, so we're just kind of racing in brackets for this weekend. And the CRF 125, which Curtis is going to race in the Moto 12, which is the 1 minute and 12 second lap times, and Spec Thunder, which is what the bike's really built for. And yeah, we'll be racing at Dragmore Raceway in Chilliwack, British Columbia. Stay tuned for more. Okay, so we're on lunch break now. The qualifiers went great. Moto 8 qualified pole. Didn't break out of the class. We ran a 109.6. The bike definitely has a little more in it. We were kind of getting pretty warm. I left it in like the highest power mode. Great start, and then just progressively got like my power cut back more and more. Last lap was like a 1.5 seconds off the lap I did from a standing start. So yeah, we're gonna run it in the main race. I'll drop the power, I'll probably leave power level N5 off the start and drop it down, and we'll see if it lasts the whole race without any kind of heat management problems, but yeah, that's to be determined. But happy with that. Qualified pole, good times. Ninja 250, Formula 16, immediately after that, I was, yeah, back-to-back races, so had to run straight from that one, flip the transponder over onto the Ninja, and get going on that. Started in 8th, qualified back up into 5th. So that should be a good race this afternoon.
Good morning. It is the next day. Didn't record one of these little vlog updates. At the end of the day, we had some friends come visit, watch the races, and went for dinner with them. And then at the end of the race day, we were also just having kind of as many people as we could hop on the e-bike and take it for a few open practice laps. Pretty good reception overall. People seem to really like it and enjoy it. Hopefully we can get enough interest that maybe we could build an electric class here. So, and for the races, in Moto 8, started on pole, got a great start, first 2 laps, pulled a big lead, and then we started having kind of heat management problems. So for the start, I left it in full power. After a couple of turns, we dropped it down to mode 3 out of 5. And kind of left it there for a couple of laps before we started still getting hot, so we dropped it to mode 2. In mode 2, it was actually able to kind of cool down a bit, so it could run in 2 all day. 3 still kind of overheated it a little bit, so we just kind of, I went into 2, did a couple laps of 2, would bump it up to 3 or 4, do a lap before it started overheating again, drop it back into 2, do 2 laps. So lap times were real quick for lap 1 and 2, and then they slowed down for the rest, kind of fluctuating between 110 and 112, 113. So it was a good race overall. We managed to hold on to second, so got a big lead off the start, and it took the rest of the race for everybody to catch us. But by the end, it was like if we had a couple more laps, I probably would have dropped a couple more places. But good race overall, held on to a podium, so I'm happy with that. The Formula 16 Unlimited race on the Ninja 250, that was a super fun one. Only finished in 6th in that one. I started on 5th, so I dropped 1 place from my grid position. But it was a great race. This club is, everyone's gotten so fast. There's so much talent here. I feel like the ride that I did yesterday would have been enough to get me on the podium a couple of years ago, but that's just not the case anymore. Everyone's really stepped up their game, so it's been really competitive, really fun. Looking forward to another day of racing today. So in an effort to help with our heat management, we have now taken the skid plate off and just kind of tried to tie up these wires as much out of the way as we could. They were kind of all bundled right here earlier, right in front of the motor, and with the skid plate as well. I think it was probably restricting quite a bit of airflow around the motor. So with all of that gone, hopefully that will keep our temperatures down, that we can run in at least power mode 3 for the whole race. If we can do that, I think we'll have a really good shot at taking home a win today. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hey guys, don't know how the audio is going to turn out for this because it's been pretty windy today and it's blowing pretty good right now. But just wanted to give you an update since we've been pretty bad at recording today and recording these updates. But it's the end of the day here on Sunday. We had a great weekend. Kept the bikes upright all weekend, which is always a win. We got another podium on the e-bike in Moto 8. So the bike was much better off in terms of not overheating. The changes we made this morning by removing the skid plate, moving the wiring out of the way, and also just being my riding, really trying to be mindful of how much heat and power I'm putting through the motor. We got through about 8 out of 10 laps before we really started overheating and struggling, but we got a lead off the start, held it for the first 8 laps, and then as it started slowing down, lost basically a position per lap. So held on to 3rd. Hopefully we can do some cooling mods to it moving forward, really develop it so we can keep kind of more power more of the time, right? And really hold on to this or break out of the class, that's the goal, and then start racing in Moto 4. So we've got a race coming up next weekend, a big race weekend for the club. We go out to Quesnel, British Columbia, and it's a big fun 3 days of riding, racing, camping, shenanigans. It's a good time. We're gonna try and get as many different people on the bike as we can. Really try to get some interest in racing electric bikes. So if that sounds cool to you, definitely follow us, like, subscribe, all that, you know. In terms of the 250, had 2 races, 250 production and Formula 16 Unlimited. 250 production, we finished up in 5th from a 6th on the grid starting position, and Formula 16, we managed to get up into 4th. It was a good race overall, had some great battles. Just kind of blown away with the talent that's at this club and how much faster everybody's got. I got kind of used to consistently finishing on the podium, and now I really have to work for it, so definitely have some improvements to do, but hopefully we'll get up back on that podium again soon. So yeah, stay tuned. Curtis on his CRF 125 had a great day, great weekend, set a new personal best, 114 at this track, which, I mean, he's only been racing for, this is really his 2nd full year, so yeah, really happy. He's enjoying the bike, enjoying the racing. He had some great battles. It was a lot of fun to watch, so yeah, we'll all wish him the best, and as he keeps improving, and hopefully we'll see him on the podium soon.